I've caught a lot of flack over the years for some of the narratives surrounding Brie Larson and exactly what I thought about them. Did she say something really fucking stupid back in 2017 or 2016, whenever that was, about white male critics reviewing the films? She absolutely did. But really, when you look at what she said about, fans or anything like that, it's really kind of tough to come by anything, whether it's the marketing for Captain Marvel, whatever. Captain Marvel is an awful movie. Nobody likes her character in Captain Marvel. But in terms of things that she had said, it was more so just, people don't like this movie. They don't like her. He looks uncomfortable in this interview with her, stuff like that. Multiple times she's been asked questions and desperate attempt to essentially have her throw a bunch of people under the bus and embroil herself in a bunch of controversy once again. This time, she basically just said, stop it. Yeah. Captain Marvel's Brie Larson gives blunt answer regarding misogyny and her MCU role. Now, she's doing this again. She cut her hair the other day to play Elektra in this big stage play that apparently is very important to her. Wish she wouldn't have cut her hair. Maybe that's going to affect our future together. Time will tell. But she's asked specifically, again, about Marvel, about the MCU and things like this. Per the direct, Larson, who's starting a UK stage adaptation of Sophocles' Greek tale, Elektra, was recently interviewed by the Telegraph. When asked why she thinks men were threatened by her casting as Captain Marvel, she said blankly, I don't know, I don't pay attention. When asked if not paying attention helped her deal with the misogyny that the movie had garnered, Larson said, what I would like you to see is that by continuing this conversation, you're putting me in connection with something that has nothing to do with me. So basically, these people are there to talk about her play. All they want to do is for her to bash people that didn't like Captain Marvel, and for her to say something about men, about toxic fans, about all these things. Brie Larson then continued. When pressed further about the matter, Larson said, I don't think there's a way for me to answer that without it becoming a problem for me. Per the Telegraph, Larson's publicist then intervened and asked the interviewer to move on to the next question. And when we do look at a lot of these things that have been said, you do have to look at the journalists that are asking these questions, like that fucking queer variety reporter.
Yeah. Is this the gayest
Marvel movie ever?
Just the
continuing to ask shit like that, right? To put these people in a position to answer those questions. That is a contributing factor to some of the sound bites they get. It's because they want sound bites. Because you know why? The Telegraph knows that a story with a headline about how excited Brie Larson is to be doing this stage adaptation of a 1,000-year-old play.
People will keep scrolling.
Right? Yeah, no one's going to click on that. But if you can get her to say something about fans, if you can get her to bash men, if you can get her to do something like that, that's a lot of clicks. Regardless of however Brie Larson actually feels about this or not, we've seen this a couple times. Her basically stop answering questions like this that are specifically geared to get her to say something super fucking controversial. And I do feel like she's sick and tired of it. Like I said, I don't know. I don't actually know Brie Larson. I don't actually know how she feels about a lot of these things. I do know that she said something really stupid, like in 2016 or 2017. Hasn't really said anything really like that since. It obviously has caught a lot of flack, but I think I appreciate that she pushed back and refused to answer the baiting questions from these journalists.
Also, during some of the interviews, I kind of like her jewelry that she wears.
Yeah, I mean,
kind of nice. The point of the matter is, when Ryan says I can fix her, he means it. It's just not some keyboard warrior crap. All right, that's all.
That's right.
I've met Brie Larson. I can confirm.
You did. I haven't. Maybe that day will happen sometime. She's got to grow her hair out a little more first.
Yeah,
but
I met long-haired Brie Larson. I didn't meet short-haired Brie Larson.
But yeah, this is not solely reserved for someone like Brie Larson. This happens to a lot of them. And some of the terrible sound bites we get are because these people are constantly baited into doing so, right? They're given a situation like that where they're kind of demanded to do it. One of the best ones we saw was the way Henry Cavill turned the entire thing around, right? When he was asked about toxic fandom and things like that, he completely turned it around and threw it in the fucking reporter's face, basically saying, no, that's just passionate fans. But this is something that happens often when it comes to these. So, Brie Larson, it takes time, guys. Takes time to heal. Takes time to heal.